then the advantages are many and they're very positive. Your mental happiness, physical health, marital stability, happiness, educational achievements for you and your children, economic sustainability, charitable giving, work ethics, resistance to substance abuse, lowering crime rates, family relationships. These are fundamental in terms of building a heavenly community. These are what we need in our family and in our community. So the sociologists are asking the religious leaders to work out a fuller theology of marriage. And I won't go into all of the detail, but I want to end with this one slide here. True Mother, in her recent address, she said, as I have mentioned, new wine should be put into new wineskins. I am saying that God will be with us only when, we let go of everything of the past that has human-centered origin and advance to a position that focuses on true parents and God as our heavenly parents. So Mother is not a theologian, thank goodness, because theologians study and study and study and study, and then they get put into this theological, and Mother's not in that theological box, which is why she can share her heart. And she talks about God as a heavenly parent. She talks about herself as the begotten daughter of God, because they're not theologically correct if we go by just the very strict, theological definitions. But our true Mother is really giving us guidance of what it needs. The new wine skin, what are we going to put this new wine into? We need a new wineskin. And that context is that man and woman together, not just individually, but man and woman together are in the image of God. Yes, we are in the image of God individually. And that's a powerful statement that has brought tremendous change in society, starting with the Magna Carta, leading up until the emancipation of slavery. It's a powerful statement that if we're in the image of God, then we have to treat each other differently. It's fundamentally. But also, we are in the image of God together as a couple. And this will change really the relationship between husband and wife. It will change the importance of marriage. It will show us the value of human sexuality and its purpose, not just procreation and pleasure, but to bind a man and woman together into the image of God. This will address the woke individualism that is going around there, the willingness to destroy the family for just self-interest. I mean, it is the Magna Carta of this age. It is the emancipation, not of individuals, but the emancipation of the family. This is Mother's proclamation and declaration. So I'll leave it with that. Thank you for inviting me. I look forward to hear the testimony of the different CheonBo couples. Thank you, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our 21 chairman, Dr. Robert Esquitel, and of course, Tita, for sharing with us this evening. And we would like again to give our congratulations to the first anniversary, first year of our PCLC. So once again, thank you so much for your hard work. Truly, we are so being educated very much, especially to all our religious leaders. So thank you, and yeah, look forward for the second year of our PCLC next year. So with that, we would like also to invite our Vice President of Asia Pacific 2, our Reverend Dr. Julius Malikdem, for his opening remarks to all of us. As we know, we miss everyone, and we are so grateful for his presence also for this evening. So let's welcome our Reverend Dr. Julius Malikdem for his opening words also for this evening. So welcome him with our big round of applause. Virtual applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kuya Jimmy, and good evening to all our leaders, President Hori, Dr. Kittle, Mrs. Kittle, our national leader, Vice President, everyone. Long time no see. So, yeah, we miss our Monday night club, and we're so grateful that President Hori and Dr. and Mrs. Kittle are here with us. Yeah, it's been a while since we couldn't meet. Not because uh, we don't want to meet, but actually because of the busy schedules. In fact, because of the hard work of all our elders, brothers and sisters, we could have a joint victory celebration last time after the completion of the PCLC first anniversary convocation, and we could offer the victory to our heavenly parents and tree parents, both of the first anniversary of PCLC as well as the completion of the national CheonBo special education in the Philippines. So I think everybody deserves a round of applause. Yan, palakpakan natin ang lahat. Yeah, so I know that, of course, we really appreciate all the regions who work hard organizing and inviting our blessed families, encouraging our brothers and sisters to participate in the special Chonbo education. And of course, we appreciate the hard work of Kuya Jimmy, Ate Shirley, and all the staff in the HTM department, and of course the support of all the lecturers, and of course the presence of our elders and leaders, President Hori, sometimes even in different country or traveling, still uh, uh, work trying his best to connect and then to participate in our opening program, in our closing program. Same is true with Dr. Kittle. So not easy to catch them, but yeah. So the order of prioritizing the Chonbo event is actually very clear with the presence and the support of all our elders and leaders. So this is
So anyway, mina yung signal ni Sir Julius. So thank you so much again to our Reverend Dr. Julius for that opening words again to begin with our meeting. Yeah, it's really true. Everybody deserves a big appreciation for all the hard works that we made the CheonBo special education very, very successful, that we can gather at least more than 400 new challengers. Hopefully, all of them can become our CheonBo victors for next year. So that's why we have this continuous education and follow-up for everyone, so that we can help each other and support each other, so that all of us can victoriously join with our true parents, with our true mother in the opening of the Chunwon Kung by May 5, 2023. So thank you so much, our Reverend Julius Maligden. And so at this point, we would like to show you, maybe you've seen this video already, but this is the summary of the 12 or the 15 regions that we were able to visit during the 2-day special CheonBo, in which we also been shown by IP's TV last October 30. So may we ask our technical HTL department to show us the video for the report. Let's watch this video.
A world of true peace, freedom, equality, unity, and happiness is only possible if nations attend God as their heavenly parent. So, what problems can we solve with this theological upgrade that True Mother is giving to us? What problems? And I listed a couple just as I was preparing for this time with you. We will solve the problem of gender equality, which has now become gender confusion and gender chaos. That problem will be solved because God is a parent, not just a father, but also God has the love of a mother.
We should build the heavenly kingdom on earth in Philippines through the whole CheonBo providence. So please join this great providence, and if we success, Philippines will contribute great contribution to our heavenly Korea, and at the same time, this nation will arise and externally too.
Not settle in the middle of the Jordan River. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-stay lang doon. CheonBo is our original tradition. It is not an option na pwede kong sabihin na gagawin ko yan o hindi. There is no option to say no. This is our original path. Eventually, we have to cross our Jordan River.
Past 2 days have been more of learning, or maybe you could see more struggle, you could see clearly what has to be done, but help us, help Ninong Jimmy or Ninong Shirley, help everyone to make a very good system that is applicable for everyone. I believe we cannot do this alone. Together with you, little by little, 1% by 1%, we could improve more and make this very beautiful education and very beautiful tradition for everyone to follow and for our posterity.
Again, I would like to really congratulate you for really making the decision and really taking part in this 3-day education program. So I know heaven will work, your ancestors will work, and then you can really be victorious and you can accomplish heaven's desire, especially for our nation as second daughter nation. Really make our nation a nation of Cheonil group that can contribute for the reunification of North and South Korea and establishment of heavenly unified world. So once again, I wish you all the best in this great education. Let's really march forward hand in hand, centering our beloved True Mother, and we will bring victory for the greatest glory of our heavenly parents.
Let us pray. Let us bow our heads and join us in our prayer. 사랑하시는 하늘 부모님, 천지인 참부모님, Today, the 22nd day of the 4th month, in the 10th year of CheonBo. Truly, this is a very historical day where we can gather together as CheonBo victors, as CheonBo challengers, as Blessed family, as we have attended these 3 days special CheonBo education for the victory of the Vision 2020. We have to expand the realm of CheonBo families on this earth. So we do not have a magiging kaparangan. But even as we accomplish our mission as Heavenly Tribe of Messiah, vertically and horizontally, our responsibility does not stop from there. Hindi po doon natatapos na dahil ngayon ay CheonBo victors na tayo. Our beloved True Mother has commissioned us to help to expand the realm of CheonBo. Kaya nga, yun ang gusto ni Mother ngayon. Tayo bilang mga CheonBo families at dapat mahikayat natin yung 43 din natin ngayon na sila ay magiging CheonBo. Ayun.
What is the position that will never change? What? Heavenly Tribal Messiah. Maraming hope, resiliency. This is all the project of two parents that we need to support. And through this, if we will support all this project of two parents, very easy and will receive.
Chance of CheonBo events, do not miss joining the Champion Youth Society. Ajo, this is a very good day to really reflect. Magkaroon po tayo ng witnessing the spiritual world by attending CheonBo events. No? And let's do our best to live a life that can capture every fortune so that the spiritual world can support us, and then we can really realize the kingdom of heaven and earth with the support of the spiritual world. Yes, let's do that. Let's have great hope, and let's always be victorious. Thank you so much for watching. For Vision 2027!
Wow, thank you so much, our technical. Thank you again for all your support and for the victory of this to this special CheonBo all over the country. So we look forward that we can do more, not only for Philippines but also for Asia Pacific, and also to encourage more of our blessed families. So we're not able to attend to join with us in becoming our CheonBo challengers for this year and also for next year. So thank you again for that very wonderful video. So that is a very historical and very important video as we conclude our 2-day special CheonBo. Okay, so with that, then we are ready to hear again the very exciting testimonies of our CheonBo victors on their breakthrough and on their best practices, how they were able to make their CheonBo, and they can be able to overcome any trials and obstacles. So we are very fortunate tonight that the one of our CheonBo victors who is going to share with us this evening is other than our Vice President, our IAYSP President, and our Vice President of Asia Pacific 2, and other than our Reverend Roni and Veranot Sodosta for their testimony and their best practices. So let's welcome them with our big round of applause. Virtual clap.
Sawadee-ka. Good evening po everyone. Let me share my screen. Yes, this is not something new for most of us, since this is also I've been sharing in many occasions right now about my CheonBo story, the 10 miracles of CheonBo, and I'll be sharing it also for everyone here. Just to give a brief background, my name is Ronnie Sudusta po, and I was blessed with a Thai wife last October 10, 2010, 10 we received the blessing. And then after that one, we had our 7-year separation period. We start our family June 2017 after 7 years of separation. We had our wedding. And then our first baby was born on 2019, Jinju, and the second baby on 2021, Hiraya. This is how we look like during our blessing ceremony in our headquarters. As you can see, we do not have much money to go to Korea. So our hometown, our blessing birthplace is our headquarters in HQ. You know, brothers and sisters, Thai blessing and Filipino blessing is really never easy. If you will look on this couple, only our couple is fighting until now. The other Filipino Thai couple, they already canceled their blessing. So it's really not easy. This is the picture on our wedding day 2017 with my father and also grandparents-in-law. These are some photos of our family. And then through God's grace, as you can see, 10, 10, 10, this is our blessing photo. And then after 11 years in the same day, 10, 10, October 10, after 11 years, 2021, we became CheonBo. We were inducted as CheonBo. So personally po, I consider becoming this CheonBo, inducted CheonBo, as a second life in my blessing. Especially, it's really quite unique fighting of blessing. Yep. And I want to share also the words from our true father. In order to overcome problems, you always have to have a strong conviction. The important key to solving problem is to know how to find the internal strength that can overcome the approaching external hardships. My CheonBo story began when I was tested positive in COVID. It was in the middle of becoming on the verge of death. I do not know when I tested positive, when I saw the result. Actually, I do not want to be tested, but only President Hori keep on pushing for me to receive the COVID test just to make sure that I am not with COVID or not. Anyway, it turns out that it tested positive, and kinakabahan na po ako at that time. I was thinking, ako na ba yung offering for national restoration? Am I the offering for CheonIlguk Philippines? Like that kind of thinking po. I was really emotional at that time and been reflecting all my life. And what if I will go to the spirit world tomorrow? I will die because of COVID. That's the biggest fear I had during that time of COVID. That one po, around June 2020. UK variant pa po yun, where the UK variant at that time, not yet Delta, but the UK po. And so after a few days, while I am in quarantine, I have attended the Songwa, CheonBo National Songwa Ceremony of Tito Romy Nuyana. All of us, we know po how Tito Romy is really hardworking, how Tito Romy offer his life, come back to the front line again, becoming a missionary and offer his life for the Providence. And after becoming a CheonBo, victors, and then went to the spirit world. You know, when I attended this one, I was really in tears at that time. Ang iniisip ko lang po, I cannot go to the spirit world without becoming CheonBo. I am not yet ready to go to the spirit world because hindi pa ako CheonBo. Yun po yung iniisip ko. Ano yung face na may harap ko sa mga ancestor, with heavenly parents, true parents, our true father. So that one po. Kaya right after the Songwa ceremony of Tito Romy, when I had like um, spiritual, should I say, spiritual awakening. Lahat po ng pagpe-persecute ko sa CheonBo, before, nabaligtad po lahat. And so the first message I had is with my ninang Analisa Lopez, Ninang Paps, and si Pastor Rodbert Gregorio. Maybe this time I would like to take this opportunity po because I did not thank them enough to really say thank you kasi the last money that I had in my bank at that time, ipinasa ko po kay Pastor Rodbert Gregorio, ipinasa ko po kay Ninang Paps. At that time, I do not have any other options and I'm not thinking about other things. My sole purpose is not to die until I become CheonBo victors, not to die until I help me and my wife to really become CheonBo. I am sorry po, I lost many of my photo and my cell phone, that one, but these are some photos during in the midst of pandemic po. Ninang Paps and si Pastor John Rodbert, they are the one mobilizing for me to achieve my horizontal 430. Because during that time po, I finished already the Ancestors Liberation, my Ancestors Liberation, and my wife's Ancestors Liberation po. Tinapos ko po yun ng unti-unti. Even with CheonBo guidelines or not, yun po yung na-emphasize ko talaga, yun po yung inuna ko. And you may know my story po, my wife does not favor for me to do the blessing for her, but ang sabi ko lang po, hindi to para sa'yo, para to sa mga anak ko, para to sa mga anak natin, for their lineage, ganun po. Kaya inunti-unti ko po talaga yung Ancestors Liberation. Mahirap, hindi ko po alam, I did not know where did I get the money, but whatever little money I have, whenever there is Ancestors Blessing and Liberation Ceremony, I put that one po, I prioritize that one, and so I finished. Now, the thing that was my problem is the 430 horizontal blessing ceremony. And this is the importance of having support system, having an environment, having elders, and also people who will support you, people who hindi natakot even in the midst of pandemic, they are the one po. Alam niyo po, during this during this mobilization, sometimes we can see si Ninong Francis, pagod na. There are times also nag-aaway na silang mag-asawa, si Ninang Paps at saka si Ninong Francis, kung sino magle-lecture ka na to, nag-aaway talaga sila, pero kahit po ganoon, talagang nakita ko po yung yung sincerity ng pagtulong. There are times I am messaging Ninang Paps, I am asking her, I am telling her, Ninang, hindi ko na kaya, bibitaw ako, wala akong pera, hindi ko po kayang ituloy yung 430 horizontal, I cannot do it anymore. And then she's the one who's always pushing me, bahala ka dyan. Sige, paano maano yan? Ganon po. Yung mga yung bibig po na tawag dito, yung Armalite na bibig ni Ninang Paps, yun po talaga yung isa sa mga nag-guide sa akin. Kaya kahit mahirap, kahit gaano iyak, kahit gaano po, paunti-unti, talagang tinapos po namin yung 430 horizontal. And so I was blessed. Once again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank those people po who really helped me. Without them, I cannot do this, becoming this one po. Kaya importante po talaga, in this testimony, I would say importante po yung yung Trinity system, importante po yung yung support system, and then yung environment. Do not do it alone. Maybe you are so strong you can do it alone, but I'm telling you, meron po mga tao that will help us, especially right now. Wala na po tayo sa era ng pioneering. Although mahirap pa rin, but there are people who will help us. Kaya don't doubt. We do not have the ability, I do not have the money, I do not have the manpower, I do not have everything at that time, pero kinaya po namin because God will really provide, God will help us po. And so I became a CheonBo couple at the time. So I have 5 minutes. These are the 10 miracles po. Yung pinakaunang miracle that I have received after becoming a CheonBo victors, actually even during on my time na nagcho-CheonBo activity po ako, was finding my spiritual lineage. I found my spiritual lola because my spiritual mother eventually went out of the church and nag-fall po, so labas na siya. Kaya hinanap ko po yung spiritual lineage ko. I found out that I am connected with Miss Veranie Bawingan in Baguio. I am connected with Tita Lola Juliet Tutsa Taki in Japan. And also po yung aking great-great-grand lola naman po na nandoon, nakita ko po during this time. It's because siguro nakinig po ako in the elders because I listen to many support system po. Madaling mag-give up, I'm telling you. There are many reasons to give up at the time. There are many millions of reasons to give up, but because of the elders' guidance, elders' advice, support system, kinaya po. And so these are the 10 miracles that I'll be sharing. Yung pangalawa po, alam nyo po yung struggle ko with my blessing at yung ginawa ko pong responsibility para buhayin yung blessing ko despite my wife is in Sanctuary Church, is in H2. And so malaking malaking question yung hindi kami nag-start. We were about to cancel our blessing when I learned that my wife joined the Sanctuary Church. Hindi po siya nag-holy wine ceremony back at the time na merong mga amnesty period po. And so malaking storya po to. But in short, I am so happy that in this moment, at that time, hindi ko alam kung paano ko ginawa. Hindi ko alam, I believe it's spirit world's guidance, it's heavenly parents and true parents will. But at that time po, my wife received the holy wine ceremony. Yan, kaya I am so happy po. Really, the miracles of CheonBo, 7 taon, 8, 9 na taon ko pong pinagpe-pray for my wife to receive the holy wine. But only this trip po that I could see the result of Jongsong that my wife, kung titingnan niyo po talaga, medyo naiyak na ako dyan. Yun po. And then, next miracle po was my wife giving birth via cesarean. Cesarean po siya, and we need to pay around 270, close to 300, 270,000 pesos. Pero luckily po, suddenly, the company of my wife mentioned na magbibigay daw sila daw po magbibigay part of the insurance, SSS ni Mrs. And so wala po kaming binayaran kahit na piso nung nanganak si Mrs. in St. Luke's in BGC. And so that time po, we became a CheonBo, which is I considered to be one of the miracles. Yun po, after we became a CheonBo. And then the 10th miracle that I had is the lots of awards po, buhos na blessing po talagang ibinibigay ni Heavenly Parents and ni True Parents. Alam niyo po, during this time, it was like Heavenly Parents was embracing us. Kapag nag-uusap po kami ni Mrs., nagre-reflection po kami, we had our pillow talk. Ang pinag-iisipan lang po namin, because we did not give up the blessing. That's why Heavenly Parents is thanking us. Heavenly Parents is embracing us and showering us with blessings, saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, you never give up. And so, ito po yung question, how many blessed families in the Unification Church are the partners of God? How many blessed families have the right timing, the right results, the right heart, and the right way of thinking? I believe po na itong providence po, the central providence, even with President Hori, Dr. Kitten, and the other leaders, we know that the victory we had in the other providence po was anchored. We are standing on the foundation of the victory of all the CheonBo families, CheonBo challengers who are never give up and uniting with our true mother, no matter what happened. Kaya po, right now, we are doing our best po to encourage each other not to give up and to really continue. Kahit po mahirap pong isipin kung paano namin natapos. But if you will really sincerely pray about it and really work hard to do about it, I believe po God will provide. Heavenly Parents will provide. Kaya po, my dear brothers and sisters, elders, ladies and gentlemen, together po, let's build a CheonBo community that will really be the pride of our Heavenly Parents and our victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Thank you so much po everyone, and magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you po.
Well, thank you so much to our Reverend Ronnie Sudosta for that very inspiring testimony. Even though we have heard several times that testimony because we love it, no? Since he gave this testimony, the first time was in Baguio, second was in HQ, and again, we have heard it, but we are not fed up of hearing his testimony. Is because his spirit of never give up, and because of his absolute faith and very sincere in the bringing victory for his blessing and for our heavenly parent and true parents. So thank you so much again, Reverend Ronnie, for that 10 miracles of becoming a CheonBo. So we look forward that our young brothers and sisters can learn from that great testimony, from that great experience. So once again, let us give our virtual clap to our Reverend Ronnie Sudosta. Thank you so much. So at this point, the second couple, CheonBo couple, is going to give the testimony. Actually, they are very far. I think they are from Mindanao. They are a couple of a Muslim and a Christian couple. But because of the blessing, and so they were blessed. And so our sister, Teresita Humawan, have to sacrifice her family and has to go to Mindanao to join with her husband, and finally settled there, and they were able to have their beautiful family and children. Now they are happily living together, and now they become CheonBo. And so because of CheonBo, so I believe this is also another miracle between two different religions coming together because of the blessing of true parents and because of the CheonBo providence. So let's listen to their testimony. So let's welcome our Honorable Alan and Teresita Humawan from Zamboanga del Norte. Let's welcome them with our virtual club.
Are we naririnig po sa kuya?
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah, very beautiful picture.
Ma'am Terry.
Yeah.
Po.
Good evening. With our highest respect to Heavenly Parent, beloved true parents, our Asia Pacific President, President Masahichi Hori, the two Vice President of Asia Pacific, Reverend Julius Malekdim and Reverend Ronnie Sudosta, our CheonN1 Chair, Dr. and Mrs. Robert Kettle, our stay in Asia Pacific, and National Director, Reverend Jimmy Vergara and Mrs. Shirley Vergara, our very dedicated national leader, Reverend Liu Angelo Halog, other leaders, CheonBo families, here and other countries, precious brothers and sisters, a wonderful evening to everyone. From the bottom of our heart, we would like to express our gratefulness for this opportunity to share our testimony. Please allow me to introduce myself as the head of the Humawan family. I am Mr. Alan Humawan from Nagas, Zamboanga, Sibugay, 53 years old. I was born with a family, a Christian and Muslim parent. I meet the movement September 20.
Speaker of the House. Good evening po sa lahat po. Yeah. So this is just allow me to share. This is my beautiful family, being blessed. Yeah. So looking at everyone is who are here in the Zoom now. Thank you so much, the leaders. My husband already greeted, and that's from the bottom of our hearts. That's our greetings all the way from Zamboanga. So I am from the northern part of the Philippines, in Ilocos Norte, and my husband is in the southern part of the Philippines. I am a Christian and he is also a Muslim by faith. The extreme always, I believe the extreme always complement each other. So we are now presently living here in Zamboanga, happily living together as one family. So yeah, it's a great opportunity actually this evening to share our testimony, though it's very short. Somehow we would like also to, this is some way for us also to express our thankfulness to Heavenly Parent and true parents that all the way up until this time, God is really working, or God is really be with us in our journey in our life, especially having now our own family. So I'm Mrs. Humawan, Teresita Humawan from Ilocos Norte, 54 years old. And we were blessed 360,000 couples. That was way back August 25, 1995. So if we count, it's almost 30 years being together through thick and thin. And so we could see this is our family that been blessed by our true parents. So we have one son, the eldest son, and also we have 4 daughters. So my eldest son is 24 years old already. He's a blessing candidate. And he already finished also computer science. And he's now taking the task helping also this time while having the Nihongo lesson. So he's the one taking care of the center now. We're here in Zamboanga, Sibugay, leading also and educating the second generation, especially this time. He's the one leading always the lecturing as well as more under closing prayers, and then also sharing at nighttime. So we have also the the eldest daughter who graduated from IPLC. Also now in headquarters as one of the staff, offering herself also for this. She is Songpil Humawan, 23 years old, and also she's a blessing candidate. Yeah, so we have the third one. The third one is Cheonpil Donna Humawan, 21 years old. She just recently joined the blessing with a Malaysian Japanese brother. So she's Cheonpil Humawan. She's now a student of IPLC, a third year student, as also at the same time a working student. And we have the 17 years old who wanted also to apply now for the blessing. She's Simpil Altea Humawan, a grade 11 student, but she's always been asking me if she could already apply for the blessing now or for matching. And the youngest one is we have beautiful Hienpil Teresa Humawan. Oh, naging 26 naman ito. She is 14 years old. So she is a very smart kid. She is my secretary. She used to do my secretary. So these are the fruits of the blessing that we have, gratefulness, and we wanted to offer it back to Heavenly Parent and true parents. And they are well guided also. They are really public minded as so what they can see to us as parents. So at present, I'm a teacher, a guidance advocate in our school with 1,500 students. And then at the same time, I'm the BFD regional and cluster leader. So, and my husband is the one also assigned as the center leader, since our center is our house. So as we have the history, we have the history that we build our center here because our children before, they are used to stay in the center, and when we come to this place, no center, very far. So we make a point to make a loan for us to really establish this simple center that we have. This is ongoing construction or underdeveloped. So I would like to share about the CheonBo. Yeah, it's just amazing actually. We don't expect. we don't, even this time, we cannot just imagine how God really works. No, the unimaginable thing that is happening in our life is we don't expect, actually. We don't expect. But if God really works, God really do something for it. So I would like to share what my testimony all about during the time when we received this inspiration to become a CheonBo, to become one of the CheonBo, a challenger, and then actually the same thing, the same problem that we have in other brothers and sisters now. We don't have money. That's the word. We don't have that much for this, because if we count off the money that we need in the ancestors' liberation, ancestors' blessing as well, it seems it could give us limitations in our own thinking. But God can work in a very mysterious way. So beyond our imagination, expectation, that suddenly we become part of the CheonBo Campisser. That was on October 1, 2020. When I dreamed of True Mother actually sharing to me about CheonBo. That was way back 2020, because I was so desperate at that time. My heart is so desperate at that time that looking at brothers and sisters becoming CheonBo, it seems I say, when will be also the time that we will be one of them. But I can really feel deep in my heart at that time that, with that kind of feeling, that led me also to dream of our True Mother who is giving lecture to me and other brothers and sisters. But I cannot understand the word, but I understand by heart that CheonBo is the lecture. So that was way back 2020, where my heart at the time looking at brothers and sisters become CheonBo victors. And I feel deep in my heart how we wish we are one of them. But in my understanding, it will just remain just loneliness, because we are very far from that qualification actually to be one, since we are still very far from accomplishing the 430 liberation of ancestors due to financial limitations. However, we just keep on going with our conditions and our prayers as our one family. So condition, prayer, loneliness, doing our mission without expectations and the best we can, and continuous encouragement of our national leader that is, it is in the matter of mind setting that we can succeed in everything we do. That was the time when our national leader also gathered us through Zoom in Zamboanga with our leaders. That the thing that I come to understand is it is a matter of mind setting. Yan ang naintindi. That was the thing that I have understood at that moment when our national leader gathered us through Zoom to inspire us also that we can succeed in everything we do. This contributed a lot in my determination, in our determination. So at the time when there is a memo that is now that the last chance for the special grace for the liberation of 211 to 430 generations, our children are the second generation said we need to finish now. The unity of the family, actually, my children, the second generation, are the one who push us, that they said we need to finish it now because this will cost a lot someday, they said. And I feel serious that at even collecting their saved money. Yeah, at that time, because they are the one pushing us, then I said how much you have, and then we do some ways and means on how to really fulfill that 211 to 430 liberation. So I feel their united efforts and their great desire to accomplish. So this push us to think that possible way where we can get money from our sources. It's not enough, so we can ask help from generous brothers and sisters. This is now another thing that we could testify here, that we are not the one only working. It is a collaborative effort of brothers and sisters. Some brothers and sisters whom I know from other countries, like in Korea, they give money, 10,000 like that. So even at the point, no, at the last minute of that day, it's only 100 pesos remaining that is unpaid, and it's not enough for that. It's only, we need more 100 pesos. What we need, what I'm thinking is, whom can I ask? So I remember at Grace Mayo, Ate, can I borrow 100 pesos? I will pay tomorrow, because nighttime already is the last minute of that for us to fulfill or send the money for the liberation. So 100 peso, we are safe at that point. With that 100 peso through GCash of Ate Grace Mayo. So then we made the amount for a few minutes before the due of paying. At last, we made it. Yeah. So very, 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 we could really challenge. Well, we were challenged at that point. We don't expect this that will lead us to be to one of the qualification, but in our heart, we feel victorious that we have liberated our ancestors. So, and at this point also, I would like to thank, during that preparation, actually, there are great impact of this pandemic. There are lots of things happening when we prepared. There are lots of hindrances also. Even even the most important people who want, whom we have supported, we expect support. It seems could not give the but full support. But those unexpected people who could support us much, then they are the people who could come to support. We have, this is some of the moment for us to express our gratefulness to Ate Grace Mayo, helping us also in our horizontal, the lackings of the horizontal. He's the one also supported us. So we are one family, actually. We are one family. So even at the time, there are lots of sacrifices also. One of the Muslim side, barangay captain, whom we are talking for the blessing of the barangay itself. At the time we meet her, she is still okay, but then later, just a few weeks, and we unexpectedly he died. She died. So 3 days before that event, as well as the Christian mother of the most active member in our tribe also died for a few days before the event of the blessing. So these things made us feel repentful and have realization that in every victory, there is always corresponding offering. So with the united effort and spirit as one family contributed for its success and being obedient, absolutely, blessing always comes. So grateful and thankful to Heavenly Parent that we are included in this treasure as one of the treasures of heaven, though there are still much conditions that we need to fulfill. So my dear brothers and sisters, we could really see that in fulfilling CheonBo, we are not alone. It is a collective effort of brothers and sisters that we could truly make it. So we don't claim this as blessing of our own family. It's a blessing of everyone. So we are one big family. So I want to show this also. And during the time also before the time na the show about CheonBo, you know what we did before? We don't expect that we will become CheonBo, but we are helping people. When on Fridays, I traveled 4 hours going to Zamboanga City just to give lecture and give blessing also. So there are lots of activities that is going on and sacrifice all the way. Friday 4 hours travel going to a place in Zamboanga City just to help, not for our own, but we just invest and invest together with my husband. We just invest and invest in different places in the place of Zamboanga. So we could really see that through that investment, we don't expect that those people whom we are giving blessing are ours, but we are helping. That's the point. Then the thing there is we help others, but somebody help us also in our horizontal. So just invest. The lesson here is just invest and invest. Don't count how much blessing, how much investment we could give. So that's the point that we have. So we have succeeded. We were inducted 2021 as CheonBo accomplisher. And then these are the pictures that I want also to share, the victory of the moment that we have. Yeah, it's really true that we wanted to really to become CheonBo before we go to the spirit world, because everybody will go there. That's especially when we feel some sickness or pain in our body, then always we pray, how could we accomplish totally our CheonBo before we go to the spirit world? So my dear brothers and sisters, these are our leaders who supported us also during the induction. And then this is the center that we have, we offered it for the public purpose. And it's not yet finished actually because of the financial, but it's a 2-story building wherein we wanted to develop more for public purpose. So as of now, we are living here. and then come and go. Students are come and go, and we are so much blessed because we have the Chongsimuan altar. Our first generation, our members are coming here, and some are sent in IPLC, some are sent in 120 days Tog Ilmodo, and they are now our strength. They are now the people who also support us in our mission here in Zamboanga. So students come and go in the center that we have. So these are the scholars that we have also. Some sponsors are also extending their help to these scholars that we have. So our relatives, the relatives of my husband here, the Christian relatives. So I believe that everything that we are doing, my dear brothers and sisters, we don't claim as ours, but we wanted to offer more. There are lots of pictures that we have more in our blessing, but then unfortunately we have limited time also to arrange this. But somehow we could be able to present this in a simple way that we have. We do hope that with this, the learnings that we have here is our great inspiration is our true parents, our true mother, and also I don't want I would like also to grab this opportunity to say and thank you so much for those who help us so much, especially for Ate Dulce, always been pushing me, and also for Ate Grace, and more other people who always been there supporting us for this victory. This is ours. It's not our own victory, but it's the victory of everyone. Thank you and good evening to each and everyone po. Maraming salamat.
Wow, thank you so much, our Honorable Alan and Teresita Humawan from Zamboanga. Truly, they are the order of the province of Mindanao, especially in the Muslim area. So we are so grateful and thankful for that very great inspiration, especially having a very lovely children and family. And because of having a very clear mind setting, and because of the support of the family, of the children, even sharing their savings so that just for them to become CheonBo, that is really very moving testimony. And with that also, with the Chongsimuan Prayer Hall, it's really, your house is so blessed. So thank you so much again, our Honorable Alan and Teresita Umawan, with that wonderful testimony. We are so grateful for that. So once again, let us give them also our virtual clap and appreciation for that wonderful testimony and breakthrough of one of our CheonBo couples. Okay, so at this point, we would like to invite one of our CheonBo challengers, who's going also to give his determination. He is our provincial leader of Cavite, and he is really determined to become CheonBo. And I think he's ready to become CheonBo by next year. And he's our leader there in the Cavite. So without further ado, let us all welcome our provincial leader of Cavite. Let's welcome Mr. Richie Paul Mantalaba for his reflection on these testimonies. Let's welcome him with our virtual clap.
Hello po, and greetings for our Heavenly Parents and True Parents, and greetings to all our leaders who are coming here and all our CheonBo victors, our honorables, and CheonBo challengers. Good evening po sa ating lahat. It ignites me so much. Audible naman po ako, Sir Jamie po.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yes po. Yeah, so yeah, it really inspired so much. No, it ignites me to work so much in the front line. When first that I am really as a full time. I don't know where I could get that financial support, where I could get this money or anywhere. But again, I have this great motivation and determination why I need to become CheonBo, because I do believe that God will really allowed me to become CheonBo. So until this time, as I heard Sir Ronnie Sodosta, how he accomplished his ancestors' liberation and blessing is not easy also, especially the struggle between her wife about that kind of relationship. But again, the 10 miracles ignites me and inspired me most how truly we work in a miraculous way, because God will really help us so much if we fulfill His will. That's why in myself, I'm always thinking where I could get those support. But because of those brothers and sisters and elders who helped me so much and give me this kind of full support, and what we call this one, they trust me so much to work with them. So they are the one who helping me little by little to liberate my ancestors. Even they're the one paying my ancestors, not me anymore. As what I did to them is to help them to fulfill their horizontal blessing. So that's the way that I did now until this time. I'm really working for that, so that possible in this 2023 of May, I'm be part of that CheonBo Victors. So I really do hope that even myself, if I could not have so much financial support, I do believe that someday God will make a miraculous way in that on that time. So I will wait for that. What I need to do is just to make conditions, do my responsibility here in Cavite, helping our blessed families to become also CheonBo. If I do that, then later on I could see that God will also help me by doing this. So truly, especially kay Ate Teresita, no? So, and Kuya Alan, thank you so much po sa inspiration po ninyo. I know that God really bless you so much. Until this time, I really I tell to myself, how should I become like a person or a member who could truly give joy and happiness to God by fulfilling this burning heart of I want to become part of that kind of family that God and true parents will proud of me. So that's the CheonBo Victors. So I really encourage so much all the CheonBo challengers, not just me, but all of us, that our beloved true parents and heavenly parents could really proud that good job, my sons and daughter. Good job for you have done on earth. So before I will go to the spirit world, as Reverend Ronnie said, I need to be CheonBo first. So I do, mabata pa naman po ako, no? I'm still very young, but my mind, I wanted to become part of that family that God and heavenly parents and true parents could proud of me of what I am doing. So that's really the kind of yujung heart, a yujung child that I need to have in myself and my heart and my motivation, that have the clear motivation to fulfill this goal. So truly, thank you so much for the opportunity that I was being able to give this reflection and testimony. No, so I am here helping so much for elders and brothers and sisters in Cavite that they need to become CheonBo. So now in Cavite, we have around 7 CheonBo challenger that possible to become CheonBo, including me. So we will hope and pray that these 7 family here really become CheonBo, no, this coming May 2023. So thank you so much po, and good evening po sa ating lahat, and let's bring back and let's bring joy and victory to God and to parents this Vision 2027 our beloved true mother. Thank you po and good evening.
Thank you so much to our Reverend Richie Paul Mantalapa, our provincial leader in Cavite. So we look forward that all our blessed families there in Cavite. So that is our challenge, to bring them all in the 2023. Aju?
Aju, yes.
So thank you so much, our Reverend Richie Paul, for that challenging. Would like to challenge for becoming a CheonBo. So with that, I think we are all set. We are all ready. And we are very fortunate that tonight we are with us, of course, our president of our Asia Pacific 2, regional president, President Masaichi Huri, is going to share with us is also his special message to each and every one of us. So elders, CheonBo families, let's all welcome our regional president, President Masaichi Huri. Let's welcome him with our virtual clap.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, President Lee.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Magandang gabi sa lahat.
Magandang gabi.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Matagal nang hindi nagkita.
Yes.
Aju.
Aju.
Yeah, it is a great pleasure for me to meet with you, all Filipino CheonBo families, include CheonBo challengers. Yes, I still feel that this meeting is very important. During that time, we went through the period of 6 months absent, which was not just an interruption, but a national-wide educational period for the greater victory. So I'm very proud of, I appreciate Jamie and Sherry to leading national-wide education. Please give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Yes, so so far until 2020, that was the first big trend of HTM. So not only within Asia Pacific, but also all around the world, all the leaders and all the our member could come to Asia Pacific to be Heavenly Tribal Messiah. But after that, the Corona period has come, and now that was a very challenging period, financially and also providentially. The lack of money and lack of human resource. So totally the situation has been changed. But in this situation, still Jamie and Shari continuously encourage all the people in Philippines to be CheonBo. And now more than 400 people are determined to be a CheonBo. I think this is more genuine determination because all the now it's more difficult situation than before. But during past 6 months, many so this is a truly genuine the period to set our determination to fulfill not only to be CheonBo, but also to fulfill national restoration in Philippines. So this is a very not easy process to fulfill. So each weekend they visit different places and they hold the 2 to 3 days workshop after the COVID situation. So it's still difficult to gather people. But finally, they did it. So that is the wonderful internal, spiritual victory. So in my understanding, based on that spiritual victory, we could offer the external victory of PCLC in Philippines. PCLC is the continental level victory, but I think especially PCLC was led by the victory of CheonBo education. So I'm very grateful for that. So again, the PCLC is not only the Christian Christian clergy's victory. Our aim is more than that, to encourage all and connecting to ACLC and WCLC, and our aim is to create able Christianity to support True Mother. And then finally, it leads religious UN. So all the failure of Atlantic civilization was actually failure, misunderstanding of the purpose and misunderstanding about Jesus Christ. So, and also they didn't know, they didn't pay attention to the bride, the true mother, who is true mother. So now true mother mentioning that now is the time to reveal all the secret of the history. So that means the time all the Christianity should know the exact wish of heavenly parents. Then Christianity creates the spiritual foundation for True Mother, and then able Christianity leads religious UN. That kind of direction, if we succeed, the Asia Pacific area is the most have the most potential to create such a spiritual foundation toward heavenly providence. So during past 6 months, and I'm great. I'm appreciate with the Filipino leadership to create such a spiritual realm of victory. It's one by one, visit one by one legion by legion. And finally, the PCLC was successfully finished. Yeah, actually, I think the Satan is really hate to create the Abel Christianity realms. So we should pay a lot of indemnity conditions. So honestly, Prime Minister Abe get killed, assassinated, but the date is my date was my birthday. So that's very I mean, that was very symbolic for me because I'm very yeah. So how it happened? How come? So most the most greatest prime minister just assassinated on my birthday, and after that nationwide prosecution was started in Japan, and still it continues. And personally, my wife, my wife Moriko is very energetic and very powerful lady, but she also during this period she broke 2 legs, and still she struggling to be healed. And personally, I also get COVID after the PCLC success of PCLC. So personally, I paid a lot of indemnity conditions during that period to create the other Christianity realms. And also, as Japanese, I'm so disappointed. Because many persecution seems destroy all the past victory in Japan. But eventually I start realizing this is a not just a tragedy. This is a greater. This is a piece of the greater plan by Heavenly Parents. Otherwise, I mean, always True Father said, the Abel side to be hit the strike first, and then we get a lot of things, indemnity, and restore many things. So this time we didn't violate any laws. We just follow the regulation in Japan society for more than 10 years. And even before that, that was not a crime. That's just in many cases, that's just the donation matter. So, but this time, without any violation, all the Japan society start persecute us. So for me, this is a part of great now. It is like to be hit, but please imagine the movie of Rocky, the boxing movie. At the first moment, all the champion start hit, and always Rocky is almost like give up, but he keep endure, and finally he strike against a champion, and then finally the situation will be turned. So this is something like this. So for more greater victory now is actually with paying indemnity condition. Actually we actually it's not the paying, actually paying. Actually without violate anything. So actually we get many points to take back later. So now it's such a period, I believe, and also I think during this period, all the society and all the people in Japan, without knowing, keep accusing unification movement. And what happened? Finally, what happened? So finally, yesterday, I read some news article. Now, the Taiwan is the first daughter nation. The Taiwan now yesterday I read the news article. Taiwan has exceeded Japan in per capita income. So now the Taiwan is for one person, Taiwan people get much more money than Japan. So now the Taiwan is exceeding Japan. So the first daughter nation exceeded the mother nation. So this is very symbolic phenomena during this period. So I believe God works in mysterious way. So as second daughter nation, what gonna we prepare for future? So it shows this phenomena predicts someday, if Philippines follows the direction of heavenly parents, someday Philippines will be more richer country than Japan. So all the mother getting old and become grandmother, and now the daughter become a mother generation and raising many kids, and the mother figure. Yeah, it's daughter of her mother, but already she himself become a mother and a greater mother than her mother. So that's the fate of daughter nations. So during during this 6 months, such things was happened. So nobody expected that. So this is very symbolic phenomena. So just our point of view or our perspective is too narrow, but always heaven's expectation is more than that. So for today, I shall congratulate to Dr. Kittel and Mrs. Kittel, who is staying in the United States. It is a wonderful heavenly blessing that each time they go back to the United States, their grandchildren increase in number. So even though there are many trials in life of faith, but in the end, we can sure that we are not going wrong through our heavenly parents giving us new spiritual life and new physical life, our offspring. So always heavenly parents gives continuously, it gives the wonderful heavenly blessing. So the blessing is not just the word of blessing. Blessing is not just meaning the ceremony of wedding. Blessing is eternal blessing. So if we keep going the path of faith, it is the only way to keep receiving. We can keep receive heavenly fortune. So even what kind of difficulties or challenges, but finally our number will be increased and our descendant will be more successful. So what's wrong? So this is a genuine blessing. Every morning, evening, every Monday evening, we need to make sure that this is a genuine course of life. And also, thank you for our Reverend Ronnie's testimony, the 10 miracles story. That was also inspiring. A couple of Reverend Ronnie's are quite the picture of 10 years ago it's quite different from now. So I felt that they just a decade ago, they are both really young brother and sisters. It's almost a student. And after 10 years, they become a good middle-aged husband and wife, and great father and mother. Honestly, who could have predicted 10 years ago that he would become a continental vice president? Actually, no one. So this is this is we need one more miracle to his story. So now it's become 11 miracles. So honestly, how do you all look at him as a young leader? Is he a great leader?
Amazing leader.
Amazing leader. Thank you.
Yes.
Just answering one.
Wonder boy leader.
Yeah. Yeah. All of you should say so. He's a very I shall say he's a splendid person. Why? The reason why is more important than answer. So usually many people look at the person by his or her abilities and try to evaluate them from their own point of view. So that means most of people just evaluate somebody centering on self-centered point of view, and also they just looking at the physical bodies. I mean, physical bodies function or ability. He looks when he speaks, he's smart. The smart is actually the meaning of he's smart is he has good brain. She work hard. He works hard means he has a good physical condition. So all thing is like fresh body evaluates fresh body. No one genuine takes seriously the spiritual aspect. So I think, and also the many people are eager to compete with their physical functions. So all the studies, all the training is actually the uplifting the physical functions. That's very important, but actually that's not enough for Heavenly Parents. I think if there is one greatest quality of Reverend Lonnie, because I spent some time with him, in my honest feeling, if there is one greatest quality of Reverend Lonnie, it is straightforwardness. He's very honest and very open. His heart for what? Actually, he has a big hole in it's strange expression. He had a big hole in his head toward heaven. So he accepts all things from Heavenly Parents. That's a straightforwardness. So he received all the challenge, all bad thing, all difficulties, and also all fortune from heaven. So that's one of the most greatest quality of Reverend Lonnie. Usually, many people consider themselves, they have the experience, or they have or they regard experience or he's clever or something like, then he tried to shut the hole toward heaven. So many people more have those who have more experience and many qualities, good qualities and many abilities, but they wouldn't accept the CheonBo providence, not so easy. But as youngest leaders, the most greatest thing what Reverend Ronnie did is actually he opened his mind and accept to challenge. So, and also he struggled a lot to fulfill all the challenge, to fulfill all the condition. So I think it looks sometimes it looks disorganized and not so clever, but actually because of Heavenly Parents receive all the troubles and difficulties and challenges. So because of such a straightforwardness, heaven also gives a lot of fortune to him. So I think this is one of the great common nature of all CheonBo families. So it's yeah, this is all the same situation. The Mr. Alan and Telesia Jumawan. Thank you for your testimonies. Especially the couple of contrasting people from south and the other one from the north. It's very, very typical type of blessed family. This was also the case with our two parents, two mother, and two father. Their hometown is both North Korea, but two father went to Japan and and also he returned and he liberated and he came to south again. So crossing 38 parallel border twice is a quite big challenge. It's a life or death situation. So true mother also passed once, but true father passed twice, so it's more challenging. But yeah. So true father, two parents is also the contrasting couple. My parents too. My mother came from north, and my my father come from south part of Japan. So it's always showing me unique contrasting relationship. But after all, this we can see from their wonderful children. So this is the way to get many heavenly blessings. So thank you to showing the beautiful 5 kids. I just missed the fourth, I mean the third daughter's name. Can you see? Can you?
Canada. Canada? Where are you?
I think so. what's her spell?
Shinfil.
Shin.
Shinfil.
The third daughter, Yunfil, the one that was blessed, Reverend Harry. Yunfil Humawan. Yunfil.
Okay. So thank you very much to raising 5 wonderful children. And through your testimonies, I also found the common starting point for all CheonBo victors family. I discover, today again, our common starting point is we have no money. So this is not a particular one for a particular one. This is for all of us. All of us start without empty hand, with empty hand. That's a particularity of common starting point. Perhaps, but it's very important. Perhaps our heavenly parents themselves did not have money at all when they created the heaven and earth. In the beginning, God had no money. That's just omitted from the book of creation, Genesis. But actually that was. So in the beginning, in the book of Genesis, there's no mentioning especially on the creation part, no mentioning about money. So God had no concept about money in the beginning. So we need to start without the concept of money to begin CheonBo challenge. So I think that's true. If we just considering a money matter, we cannot start even family. We cannot start even our life of faith. So this is very important beginning point. But in the absence of money, there was no money, but there was the word, logos of God. What is the logos? What is the word? Word is the love of heavenly parents. Instead of Hyojon, that was a heart of parents. So the word of God was an expression of God's love for all that he was about to create. It was at the same time the statement of heavenly parents, the determination of heavenly parents. It was so the word of God is the sweetest confession of love of parents, and at the same time it is the starkest expression of his determination for creation. I think our heavenly parents didn't know how to create the universe in the beginning. Even he is almighty, but on the moment of beginning to determine himself, they didn't know how to create the world. After the determination, he started thinking and how to start thinking how to create a world, wonderful world. So it took so long time. Prepare, trial and error in his idea, and one by one he created. So all the process was his investment of love. So it's all the process as parent, our creator God was not paid no money. He just invested, keep invested. And finally, he completed all the creation, but still he didn't pay because heavenly parents is a parent. So all the process to be CheonBo is actually we following the footstep of heavenly parents and true parents, and we experience what they did and what they feel through the process of creation. So this is very important to starting without money matter, without any condition to fulfill that, just determination by love. And all the process is so challenging, and so because nobody guarantee to succeed the whole creation. No one guarantee. Actually, no one guaranteed. The angels just follow the direction and some help, but that was not a genuine encouragement, because angel did not understand the whole picture of creation. So they just helped part by part and phrasing part by part, but they didn't understand entire whole picture. So after all the process, only heavenly parents know the final goal, the completion of love. So all the angels just helped to create some spiritual or physical part of the world. So all the process through the CheonBo, we experience all the process, all the Shinjon process of heavenly parents and true parents. So this is very important understanding about the CheonBo Providence, how much important to involving this providence. So now the Taiwan is becoming, it's exceeding Japan by become oneness with Japan. So that's now the Taiwan will be the modern Japan eventually. And then what's next? The next is the Philippines. So so day by day, I'm realizing the wish of every parent for me is how to support and how to raise all Filipino nation to be the second daughter nation. So please imagine that just several hundred years ago, the England also the island nation beside of in Europe continent. In the Middle Age, who believed that small island nation take all hegemony of the world? But actually, they did it. And just 100 years ago, who believed the small nation, island nation, Japan, become a second richest country in the world? One time, just almost competing United States, and Japanese company bought the Rockefeller Center in the New York City. That's a very symbol of landmark building in New York, but they did it. Now it's China, but China is already a big country, so it's no wonder. But now the Taiwan is exceeding Japan. So now even the most lack of imagination people, they can tell someday Philippines gonna be Taiwan, Japan, and England. So if following heavenly guidance, the Philippines has a great potential to be the nation like Japan or England. I think it's a manifest destiny for Philippines. So we cannot avoid that fate, because Philippines every year the big typhoon comes. So Philippines is located on the on that route, so it's unavoidable. Every year typhoon hits and across the Philippines. So now, not a typhoon, it's a heavenly fortune will come like typhoon. So it's very important awareness for all Filipino. If we recreate all the way of thinking in Philippine people, all people become like a heavenly public mindset people, and then start to live for others, for the sake of others, and then all things will within several decades, the Philippines will be one of the most greatest country in the world. So actually, I want to I want to witness not only, I mean, I'm not just telling divine principle lecture. I want to I want to tell this to all Filipino people. Do you believe this? So this is very important thing. So, but if we just stay calm and no witnessing, just heavenly fortune typhoon just pass through. So it's very important take the opportunity centering on True Mother and raise our youth as heavenly patriotic youth, and also we stimulate all the Filipino people to be most public mission people in the Asia Pacific area. Then all the fortune will come. So so the role of CheonBo is please preach this kind of understanding toward all Philippine people. I mean, not only the teaching of the Bible. I mean, now it's a big fortune will come because now Japan, the nation of Japan, without thinking, they just throwing the their her torch. So now, who will be succeed the torch? Taiwan and Philippines and Canada will be the torch bearer, the next torch bearer. So now Japan is, if Japanese without knowing threw away her torch, the truly the heavenly fortune will be from Japan. So so that's why I'm very now personally disappointing, but also as leader, I'm very now I shall say this, the heavenly fortune will come to Philippines. So please aware and please realize that greatest moment, greatest, I mean the golden age of Philippines will come soon. So that's a very important understanding. Centering on the True Mother, it will realize. So yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, and please let us work hard and harder. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much to our President Puri for that very wonderful insights. We have learned a lot again for this evening. As he always say, yeah, we have the common starting point, no money. Just like Heavenly Parent, He created everything from nothing to something. So that's why we are here. We are so grateful for that, and also because of the determination of love of our Heavenly Parent. And we are truly challenged this time now, what the Philippines can do as a second daughter nation. Especially now, as we know, Taiwan is already exceeding Japan. Wow, that's amazing. So hopefully, actually, Philippines is also been predicted. It is said that by 2050, Philippines is going to be the richest country. So that is already, we already have that kind of foresight that Philippines is going to be one of the greatest country in the near future. So I really believe so, President Puri, on that. So that's why we have to have that kind of heavenly torch, coming from Japan as a second daughter, and bring that fortune to us, especially with our beloved true mother. So again, the CheonBo families, CheonBo challengers, so let's give our appreciation again to our President Puri for that very wonderful insight for this evening. We learned a lot, so many reflections and realizations on that message. So thank you again for that message. So at this point, we would like to call our national leader to give his closing remarks. Let's call on our Reverend Dr. Layo Angelo Palo. Let's welcome him with our virtual clap.
Thank you very much, our Jimmy and Ate Shirley. Good evening to all our beloved leaders and CheonBo families and brothers and sisters, President Hori, Dr. Kittle, and everyone. Maraming salamat po. Really, I'm very inspired with the wisdom and guidance of President Hori. It's very exciting now to become like a Filipino, hearing all these things that really are waiting for the future. So we are really grateful for President Hori's guidance and helping us to understand all these things. So he said that like, what is the role of CheonBo now? So President Hori said we need to preach this kind of understanding to all people, to all Filipinos, especially to not only the divine principle, but this like a big heavenly fortune that is really coming. So I think really the Philippines has this kind of now fortune based on also a lot of foundations that was maybe laid. Our ancestors also really suffered for 400 years in the Philippines, and they never give up. And then I think also because of these investments, and of course especially because of Heavenly Parent and True Parents, love for all Filipinos also, and also many Filipinos are really maybe slowly taking ownership, and especially the CheonBos, CheonBo Victors and CheonBo Challengers. Also, we have new around 403 CheonBo Challengers this time. So I think even the numbers are connecting among each other. So thank you so much, President Hori, and all the inspiration that we have received today. It was really inspiring. The testimony of Reverend Ronnie, even many times we heard, it's always like new, his testimony. So thank you so much, Sir Ronnie, and also Kuya Alan and Ate Tire. Really very beautiful and really wonderful, victorious CheonBo family. So I'm really hoping that maybe soon, as we have just started again our regular Monday meeting, I'm looking forward that all our 403 challengers in the Philippines, our new challengers, can all participate, and they can be able to really listen and really be inspired with the testimonies of our CheonBo Victors. I think when they will going to listen with all these testimonies and all this guidance, they will really be very inspired, and really a lot of inspiration will come to them and help them really become victorious CheonBo families. So let's continue to encourage all our, especially CheonBo challengers and all brothers and sisters, to join in this Monday regular meeting for CheonBo Victors and CheonBo challengers. So once again, thank you very much for this great beginning again of our meeting after 6 months. This is like maybe advanced meeting of CheonBo, like 2.0. So now more and more inspiration will be shared, and that will boost more and really encourage all our CheonBo families. So the only thing for them is for them to be part of this meeting every Monday. Then I'm sure everyone can find the way to break through and all become victorious for Heavenly Parents and True Parents. So once again, thank you very much, Jimmy, Ate Shirley, and all our leaders, President Hori, Dr. Kittle, our Vice Presidents, and all CheonBo Victors and CheonBo Challengers. Success to everyone. Thank you very much po.
Thank you so much to our Reverend Leo Angelo Handog for the closing remarks. Yeah, so it's really a big challenge to us. So I hope all of us, CheonBo victors, are going to invite at least our 3 CheonBo challengers to be included by next week. Hopefully, we can reach at least more or less 400 to 500 viewers and all of us by next meeting. So let's do our best, because it's the best platform for them to learn and to understand and to have that kind of basics experiences coming from our CheonBo victors. So let's bring them all together by next week. Hopefully, we can have more than that. We can double or triple our numbers, including all our CheonBo. So it's sorry that we're not able to send that information to all of them, but hopefully by next week we can have. So again, before we finally call on the closing prayer from our Honorable John and Tikoni Gawik, we'd like to share with you some short announcement. These are very important announcement coming from our HTM department. Can we show the announcement? Because this is an important announcement. Number one, can we bring it big? Okay, this announcement is we are going to have a meeting, especially for CheonBo victors for 2020 and 21. We're going to have a meeting on Wednesday to discuss further on the modification of the information of the CheonBo website of the 2020 and 2021 who are inducted as CheonBo couples, because now IHQ is asking us the official names, the names of couples. CheonBo couples are going to be placed at the Hall of Victors exhibition in Korea. So we're going to explain more about this by Wednesday. So please be at the our meeting on Wednesday. That will be at 8 p.m., including our CheonBo victors and from 2020 and 2021. So we are going to discuss more about the blessing donations for those who were not able to give last time, who have made their promise and their commitment, and also the donation of gratitude, and also as well as the Chungshimon materials that we ask from all our CheonBo victors who would like to make their own Chungshimon prayer hall in their respective homes and in their CheonBo family church. And also with the resumption of our CheonBo regular meeting every Monday. So this is already our first meeting again after 6 months. So I hope we can invite many of them or all the CheonBo challengers by next meeting. And so this is their schedule for the next batch of our CheonBo victors are going to give their best practices and testimonies. So in line by next week is our Reverend Dr. Julius Melitings couple and our Honorable Allen Glenn Gascon from Baguio. So they're scheduled by next week to give their testimonies. So let's wait for that. And so this is going to be posted for those who are going to be giving the testimony. And then this is also a schedule for our special CheonBo education for the Victor of Vision. Particularly, this is a follow-up for all our CheonBo challengers, because the first stage of our education is the 2-day special CheonBo, but now the second stage is the follow-up. So we would like to follow up on the progress of the vertical and the horizontal of all our CheonBo challengers. So that's why we schedule the meeting at least once every Tuesday and Thursday. So those regions are scheduled. So we would like to meet. The next is scheduled that will be on November 8th from Region 4A, Calabarzon, with all the CheonBo victors and challengers on the progress of the vertical and horizontal. So that will be the schedule. So this is going to be posted in our group chat. Okay, and then yeah. Evening devotion so far, maybe we can resume this because we're so busy as of this time. Not this time, but maybe we can do it. And that will be, I don't know if it's possible on November 26th. So let's see. But this schedule is subject to change. Okay, and then next is we are going to have the upcoming Asia Pacific 2 Yojong CheonBo event that will be held on November 19 to 20, and that will be in Cebu, Philippines. So for those CheonBo challengers are trying to cope up and then would like to join. So this is every month that this is going to be organized by our CheonBo Asia branch. So please be notified about this, and the registration deadline that will be on November 12, 5 p.m. So for more information, so you can check with their email, okay, and please check with this. So that will be on November. And then second Yojong offering, again, so the purpose of this is offering to our beloved True Mother, and also for the support of our first anniversary of PCLC and the key provincial works in our region. So Yojong offering is for blessed families is 2,100, for individual is 700. The deadline will be on October 15, and the final deadline is on April 15, 2023. Okay, so these are the following bank account where you have to send all your donations. Okay, thank you so much. So with that, that is all for today. That is all our announcement. I'm looking forward to see you on Wednesday for our meeting with regards to IHQ guidelines. Okay, so to end and close our meeting, I would like to call on the couple of our Honorable John and I think Connie Gawi from Baguio to lead us in the closing prayer. So I think Connie.
Yes, thank you. Dear brothers and sisters, please join me in prayer. Good evening to our dear most loving heavenly parents and to our victorious beloved true parents, the parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Heavenly parents, tonight we all together as one family would like to express our deepest gratitude before you for giving us such wonderful elders and leaders with an incredible parental heart to raise and guide members, CheonBo members, families, and also brothers.